One of them was the high school chapter president of Turning Point USA and met Kirk several times. The other one went to go meet Charlie Kirk today for the very first time and was just a few feet away when Kirk was killed.
Honestly, my first impression was someone has thrown a firecracker or played a joke to disrupt the event.
Michael is a college student in Utah and went to today's event to ask Charlie Kirk a question on faith. Then he heard a single gunshot standing only 10 feet away.
People were anticipating a second gunshot and were hesitant to move until there was a second shot. But after 20-30 seconds went by without a second gunshot, people kind of bolted for the exits.
Aside from politics, you have a family man and you have a man who has 2 children and a wife, so it's shocking. I mean, I think it's definitely just a shock for the whole country and for the whole world.
Jaden is the former Turning Point chapter president at Cactus Shadows High School here in the Valley, drawn to the movement for more than politics, but also faith and light.
There was always a light about him, just like an ease when you talked to him. He just seemed like he genuinely cared and he genuinely just loved on people.
Both young men were drawn to Charlie Kirk, the man and the message, but are now left with the emotional scars that political violence has touched their lives too.
It's finally me. Like, I am finally experiencing I'm a victim of gun violence in a way.
The thing that brings me comfort the most is that I know that he was an avid follower of Christ. I know that his walk with God was he seemed like he had a very strong relationship with God. So I'm very comfortable with the fact that if he has passed on to the next life, that he will be just fine.
Turning Point chapters across the country boast some 250,000 students, including here at ASU. And Kirk's Get Out the Vote campaign in 2024 is credited with helping Donald Trump win the election. Live at ASU, I'm Brian Webb, Fox 10 News.
Brian, thanks. Tonight, reaction from Arizona political leaders on the death of Charlie Kirk.
Governor Katie Hobbs said, quote, "I'm saddened for Charlie's family, friends, and Arizonans as they mourn his loss, and I'm saddened for our country as our politics have descended into horrific violence. This tragedy is not about who Charlie Kirk supported politically. It's about the devastating loss of a father, a neighbor, and an Arizonan who called this state home and whose life was cut short by senseless violence," end quote.
Congressman Abe Hamadeh, Republican, releasing a statement today saying in part, Charlie Kirk was a force to be reckoned with. He was a happy warrior for the conservative cause. He was martyred doing what he did best, talking to young people and sharing ideas. He went on to urge everyone to pray for his family.
Meantime, former Arizona Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, a survivor of political violence, said, quote, "The murder of Charlie Kirk breaks my heart. My deepest sympathies are with his wife, 2 young children, and friends. Attacks against political or ideological opponents are cowardly and un-American and must be universally condemned."